Welcome to Miracle Moment. This is the new mommy season that will absolutely rock your world, up-level your mama game, and skyrocket your business. I'm your host, Ray Ireland, and brand new mama. Like every new mama out there, I enjoyed those quiet, precious moments of those first few months. But after that, there was this stirring in my heart to lean back into business and activate my entrepreneurial brain. I went into a business partnership with a financially failing podcast production company and turned it into a multi-six-figure production house with over 65 million downloads in just a few months. It's been a roller coaster, and I've learned some unforgettable lessons. As a mamapreneur, I know how challenging it can be to balance work, family, and self-care and still see the everyday miracles. So each week, I'll share stories of women who have defied the odds to pursue their dreams of motherhood while also building successful businesses. This show will open your eyes so you can see the miracles around you. With more awareness, more miracles will show up. Light a fire in your soul, mamas. You deserve it. There's nothing as beautiful as the bond between child and parent, and dare I say, mother and child immediately after the birth experience. And I want to go into a conversation around the journey of reconnecting to self as a new mom, with baby being outside on the outside world, while also deepening the bond with the new baby. And so it's a nuanced topic because there's two things going on hand in hand. There's the deepening of the bond, and then there's the actual separation of self and baby. Understanding the bonding phase, I think, define for yourself, what do I want this bonding phase to look like, and why is it crucial for me and my baby? And I would even go so far to say, why is it crucial for you as parents with your baby? Get your partner in this conversation as well. Of course, there's so much statistical information and science out there around the importance of bonding. But I think to really let it land, think, why is it important for you? And there's also incredible hormonal and emotional processes that are happening inside the body on a cellular level that are facilitating this bonding experience post-birth. Everywhere from if you are breastfeeding, but even if you're not, just doing like skin on skin with your baby. It's just such a beautiful, sacred time where you really get to put the outside world away and you get to hone in on this little child. And simultaneously, there's this important piece around individual identity that is getting formed. And there's this important piece around the parents starting to reclaim and really maintain their individual identity separate from the baby. And so here's where you can really reflect on and ask yourself, like, what can actually enhance the quality of the separation? How can I feel strong and loving and careful and intentional with the reconnection of my own individual identity? And just some simple questions you can ask yourself are like, what would I love to do today? Or what would make me feel really happy? Or what am I needing support in? These little questions, as little as they are, can be so big and so game-changing during this very sensitive time of separation. Because during this time, there's also identity shifts that are happening. So there's definitely common feelings of identity loss, like your old identity is just no more. And it does feel a little drastic, even though you're pregnant for 9 months, or you're maybe have even been preparing for even longer than that. There's just this stark experience that happens when one day there's no baby and the next day there is baby. It's a wild reality shift. And just knowing that there are so many other parents out there that struggle with the challenges of that identity shifting time, and they can overcome them. And so I'll share from me personally, I was so excited about becoming a parent. So I didn't really have too many challenges until later down the line. It was like a whiplash effect where I realized my whole schedule's actually going to change. Some of the people I'm hanging out with is actually changing. The habits that I'm doing are changing. I think it really actually started to sink in about a year in because I was like, oh, like this truly is my life now. Like there's no going back. And what I can say is there's this ownership that happens on the other side of maybe some of the pain and loss of your old life. There's this ownership of your new life and what you get to build and create from there. And so, as you're building and creating, making sure that you set healthy boundaries is going to be really important. It's actually like a necessity to set healthy boundaries for yourself, your personal time and space, even with that cute little baby. So, trust me, this has been one of the hardest things for me. But there are practical ways in which you can create and maintain these boundaries, and they'll really actually be super healthy for all parties. So, one thing that I noticed, and like we're going to start small here, one thing that I noticed was even just taking my time to go use the restroom. How often do you hear new parents say, I don't even have time to use the restroom? I know I've said it a million times already. And the thing is, we need to create that time. You need to set those boundaries. So instead of rushing through some of those personal care things, I actually take the time that I need. Or even maybe Rafa's really wanting something. He's really needing food and he's like signaling to me because now he knows sign language. He's signaling, I'm hungry, I'm hungry. And so I notice sometimes I'm rushing around trying to get it. Like set a personal boundary about like how much I'm going to rush to get his needs fulfilled. Like, yes, I'm going to do what I can. I'm going to go as fast as I can, but that doesn't mean I need to go so fast that I like hurt myself, or there's certain boundaries there. Hey there, fabulous mamapreneurs. I've got something super special for you. Introducing Giggles and Growth, hilarious reflection prompts for the mamapreneur. So just picture this. You're journaling your way through prompts that have you giggling and reflecting like never before. Ever wondered what your business would say if it could talk? Or how about sharing the funniest thing your kids have ever said about your work? But here's the best part. These prompts aren't just about having a good laugh. They're an incredible investment in yourself and your journey as a mompreneur. Taking time for giggles and growth means giving yourself the gift of self-discovery, clarity, and personal growth. As you reflect on these entertaining prompts, you'll gain valuable insights into your business, your role as a mom and as an entrepreneur, and even find hidden gems of wisdom. And the cherry on top, it's absolutely free. No cost, no catch, just a joy-filled opportunity to embrace laughter while empowering yourself. So what are you waiting for? Unleash your laughter and embrace the growth with Giggles and Growth. Click the link in the show notes or visit www.rayireland.com/giggles-and-growth to grab your copy now. Let's make your entrepreneurial journey even more fabulous. Get your Giggles and Growth freebie today, mamas. You deserve it. Those are just a few practical tips, and just remembering to breathe during those moments. And all of this can really get established as you establish your own self-care rituals. There's nothing more important than preserving your own identity and your well-being during these intense, challenging days. And now this got totally highlighted for me when we went on our first family tour. We were gone for about a month and a half, and my health declined rapidly and very fast. And it was a huge wake-up call because I realized I need to implement these self-care rituals so that I can really be that best mom for Rafa. And there's self-care activities such as maybe going for a walk or meditating, praying, breathing, taking a bath, making sure that you're getting your meals in, your supplements, your minerals. There's such a vast array, seeing friends, talking, working with a therapist or other professionals, working on passion projects. These are all ways that you can really take care of yourself to nurture your own identity. Make sure that your partner is involved in this conversation as well, and that he is also doing it, even though he did not carry the baby for 9 months, there's still this separation and this huge identity shift. And I would even say it possibly is bigger for the men, because women, we have 9 months to prepare and get ready for this big shift that's going to come in. And it feels very real. We can tell that it's happening. We can feel the baby. For most men, it's hard for them to really understand. They have this intense, quick identity shift that happens. And so just managing your communication around any guilt or expectations, especially when you're looking at taking some time for yourself, or you're managing kind of those internal, external expectations regarding what the bonding experience is going to be like. All of this stuff, if you can talk about it, if you can put it into words, if you can share it with someone else, it'll make it so much easier. And also, your partner will help remind you of some things. Like maybe there's some disconnect that you have with some of your passions. I realized that I wasn't singing, and Sammy got to highlight that for me, so I could reconnect with my passions and remember the importance of my own personal interest and all of my own personal growth outside of me as Rafa's mom. As we just communicated, it really helped us not only manage our emotions, but also manage our time and be able to carve out our time, create structures, create schedules, so that way we could step out and enjoy ourselves. And then also really fully step in with Rafa and enjoy that bonding time as well. When you are going through this journey, there are some big like psychological perspectives and changes that happen in regards to how you see yourself as a parent, as you see yourself as a woman, and really maintaining that separate identity can really prevent any future relational like resentments or identity crisis down the line. So just taking it one chunk at a time, bonding, having that beautiful time together, and then reconnecting with self. Remember that the bonding time is bonding with the baby, but it's also about bonding with yourself as a new mom, as yourself in this new form of what woman is. So this is really a long-term view, a long-term perspective on that parent-child bonding experience. But I hope it can show you like a long-term perspective on how you can receive so many benefits out of both of them. And I think there's so much research out there already around bonding with your child. So you can definitely do more deep dives into that and how that supports them in their development and their trust and safety and all of that. But because it's not spoken of as much, the bonding with self, I wanted to really bring that into this episode to really like model what a balanced bond can look like. And I believe as we do that for ourselves, our child gets to witness us in that, and they get to learn and see what it looks like to take care of themselves as well, which is such an important lifelong skill. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. I hope it gave you some new perspectives on that bonding, that beautiful sacred time, and I will see you on the next one. Hey mamas, that's a wrap for another epic episode on Miracle Moment, the new mommy season. Catch me on the internet at Ray Ireland, sharing this wild mompreneur life. And don't forget to check out www.rayireland.com/freebies for all the resources and support while building your soul-aligned business. Are you feeling the miracles coming your way? Stay blessed, ride this miracle vibe all day long, and remember, it's all about the journey. Catch you on the next episode.